Rather than announcing his running mate by August 1st, Joe Biden punted another week and said he'd make the announcement next week, in the first week of August. We're less than 100 days away from the presidential election, and we don't know the Democrat vice presidential candidate. Why delay another week before announcing the running mate? It's curious that Joe Biden was undecided himself about running for president for years. Then he conveniently announced his candidacy less than a week after the Mueller investigation failed to indict President Trump or get him removed from office. His announcement video claimed he was so moved by the Charlottesville attack he knew he had to run. But that incident happened in 2017, and he remained undecided for nearly 2 years. So that can't be right. We know from documents released recently that Joe Biden and Barack Obama abused their authority and used the power of government against their political opponents. At the direction of Obama and Biden, FBI and DOJ officials committed several crimes and tried to bring down President Trump. Their disdain for the unconventional blinded them to the fact that they were leaving a trail of evidence with every action they took to try to bring down President Trump. Joe Biden is running for president to cover up the crimes committed the last time he was in office. He didn't announce he was running until he saw the results of the Mueller report, and then announced within days. He wanted to know if Mueller would be able to get Trump removed from office. If Mueller were able to remove Trump, Biden would never have announced his candidacy. The DC swamp would have been able to cover up the crimes of Crossfire Hurricane and hidden them in the chaos of a president getting removed from office. If Trump had been removed, Pence likely wouldn't have prosecuted anyone. That would have looked like retaliation. Biden has to run. So again, my question, why the delay in choosing a VP? Just like he waited for the Mueller investigation before he decided to run, he's now waiting for the Durham investigation. It's a political staring contest. John Durham has Joe Biden backed in a corner. Biden knows all the dirty deeds that Durham could have found, but Biden doesn't know if Durham found them. He wants to know what Durham knows before making his pick. Unfortunately for Biden, Durham said he'll wait till the end of summer to announce. I can't help but wonder if Durham is simply waiting until Joe Biden announces his running mate. What difference does it make? If Durham decides not to indict anyone, Joe Biden would likely pick someone like Senator Harris. She's a good pick and a logical choice. If Durham does indict people, he needs Susan Rice. Susan Rice will help cover up the whole mess because she's also guilty. She was in the January 5th, 2017 Oval Office meeting and documented it. She has to cover it up. Senator Harris was a prosecutor, and Biden can't risk her moral compass allowing the indictments to play out. If Durham indicts people for the tragedy of Crossfire Hurricane, Joe Biden and Susan Rice, if elected, would bury the indictments. Biden has a handful of solid liberal women he can pick from. Do you think it's a coincidence that he makes both his announcement and his VP announcement surrounding when the investigation's complete? He wants to know the results of the investigation before making his announcement. But I doubt Durham will give him that. Ladies and gentlemen, this election is not between Republicans and Democrats. It's between a small group of political elitists with a tight grip on power and the rest of America. Donald Trump has thrashed the traditional road to the presidency, and the DC establishment doesn't like it. DC Republicans were upset when he won their ticket, and Democrats were upset when he won the presidency. Joe Biden is not a candidate for Democrats. He's a candidate for the DC establishment and those who want to continue to abuse their power. Donald Trump shook up the Republican Party, and Republicans have had to figure out how to adapt. Democrats must now do the same. The Republican Party had been dominated by DC insiders, and Trump demolished their hierarchy. Democrats are the holdouts. Both James Comey and Rod Rosenstein, potentially two of the most culpable individuals, both served in Republican and Democrat administrations. At its core, this isn't a party issue. It's a power issue. Trump doesn't play by the establishment's rules, so he must go, even if the establishment must commit crimes to get him out. Well, that didn't work, so now they're stuck trying to cover up their crimes. The chaos and craziness our nation is experiencing, this is what it looks like to drain the swamp. If you're interested to learn more about James Comey's role in Obamagate, tune in tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching, and join me each Saturday and Sunday for Weekly Briefing.